This place, it reeks of failure, the echoes of Sith, who thought they could bend the galaxy to their will. And yet, here we are standing, amidst their ruins.
Failure is the one truth they could never accept. The Sith of old dreamed of conquest, while the Jedi dreamed of peace. Both were delusions, shaped by the Force's endless hunger.
The same hunger in this galaxy now. The Republic, bloated and corrupt. The Jedi, blind and scattered. And Sidious, a shadow puppeteer, orchestrating both sides of this war.
He is no different from those who came before. Naga Sudo, Exar Kun, even Vitiate. They all sought dominion over the galaxy, yet none could break the cycle. Their power was a prison as much as their ambition.
The cycle, it's always the same. A republic rises, bloated with its own arrogance. The Jedi rally to defend it, clinging to their fading ideals. And the Sith, sensing weakness, strike from the shadows. Worlds burn, and from the ashes, it begins again.
You've walked both paths, Jedi and Sith. You know their weaknesses better than anyone. Tell me, what did you learn? From Malachor? From Mandalore? From your failure?
That the Force itself is the root of this conflict. Jedi and Sith alike are enslaved to it, manipulated by its will. Kreia, you taught me to see beyond the surface, to question its design. But the galaxy, it's still drowning in its currents.
And you still seek to save it. How noble, how foolish. The galaxy does not want to be saved. It thrives on its own destruction, feeding the Force with its suffering. The Clone Wars are no different. The Republic fights for greed, the Separatists for power. Sidious manipulates them both, and the Jedi stumble forward, blind as always.
The Jedi's doctrine chains them. Compassion turns to apathy. Action becomes paralysis. They saw the darkness rising, yet they did nothing. And now they fight a war they can't win.
The Sith are no better. They mistake strength for wisdom, domination for purpose. They are driven by hatred, but their hatred is aimless. Sidious. He is their pinnacle, a reflection of their hollow ambition.
And yet he is winning. He's dismantling the Republic, destroying the Jedi, and using the Sith's own greed to fuel his rise. The galaxy will belong to him, unless we act.
And what would you do, Revan? Repeat the mistakes of the past? Rally the Jedi, the very order that abandoned you? Or raise an army of Sith who would sooner destroy themselves than serve a greater cause?
No, this war is not theirs to win. The Jedi and the Sith are relics, remnants of a cycle that must end. The galaxy doesn't need their ideals. It needs freedom from their chains.
Freedom, an elusive thing, often twisted by those who claim it. You speak of breaking chains, but even you are bound by your guilt, by your need to atone. Do you truly believe you can shape this galaxy without the Force's will dictating your every move?
The Force doesn't dictate me. I've made my choices. Right or wrong, they were mine. And now, I choose to act, to end this cycle, once and for all.
Bold words, but action requires resolve. Are you prepared to destroy everything? The Republic, the Jedi, the Sith? If you hesitate, even for a moment, Sidious will devour this galaxy whole.
Then we act together. The Jedi and Sith have no place in what comes next. Sidious has built his empire on lies and manipulation. We will tear it down, piece by piece.
Perhaps you've finally learned, Revan. The galaxy does not need saviors. It needs revolution.
Revolution. Not for power, but for freedom. The galaxy deserves more than to be a battleground for the Jedi and Sith.
And when the cycle ends, what then? Will the galaxy embrace its freedom, or will it simply find new chains to wear?
That we'll leave for them to decide. For now, we break the board.